Let's move on. Software engineers are concerned with developing different types of software products. But let's have a broad classification of software products. The first category of software products is called as generic products. So generic products are usually standalone products. They are developed or produced by a development organization which has software developers doing the task for them, and they are sold onto the open market. Anybody who can afford to buy these products can go to the market and buy them. Suppose I want to buy a Microsoft genuine operating system available in the market. I have the money to afford it. I go and buy it. Other examples could include your word processing software, databases like Oracle, drawing packages, project management tools, anything. You do not have to, anything that does not require you to go to the organization and tell boss, this is what I want to do, or this is what my product should look like. But the product, the developers or the organization itself studies the market, identifies the pain points, identifies the needs generically a customer may have, and it just manufactures these products and just sells them to the open market. And if you have the money to buy it, you can go ahead and buy it. These products also include vertical applications. So when we say a vertical application or a vertical industry, I mean industries that have a specific products being produced. For example, let me consider a smart home automation system. I may have a company developing products only for smart home. But again, if I have the money to buy a smart home component or a smart home system, automation system, it is freely available in the market for me. I can order it online and I can buy it for me. I do not have to go to the customer, to the development organization and give a specification. So again, this is a vertical industry that is smart home only, not very generic, but still available to the layman without having the need to go there and give you a specification. So again, it falls under generic products. The second category of products is called as customized products or bespoke products. So these are the products or systems that are commissioned for a particular customer. So these are not available in the open market. They are not sold to everyone in the open market. A customer usually goes to a software contractor who makes sure this product is out, is designed, is documented, it's constructed well, along with its documentation and given to the customer. So now you may wonder, who is the software contractor? In case of generic products, understand that these products are developed by an organization. And there are software developers working as full-time employees in that organization, developing that product for you. But when it comes to customized product, there is no software developer who is a full-time employee with an organization. This guy is just brought in to provide his expertise in that particular area. He's not a full-time employer. He might be a freelancer or he might be an expert in that particular domain. So he's brought in to provide his skills and expertise to the current industry. And this person, the software contractor, usually works on that one single project and sees it through it to completion. Once the customer's product is ready, deployed, and the customer is done, the software contractor leaves. Okay, so bespoke products are the ones that make your software stand above the crowd, and it is commissioned by a particular customer. When it comes to generic products, the specification is written and designed by the development organization or the software developer. But when it comes to customized products, it's the customer who gives you the specification or writes the specification, finances and commissions your entire, all the phases of your product's life cycle. So let's take a look at, I have given you examples of generic products. All the generic software that is available openly in the market is a generic product. Let's talk about customized products. So let me give you a couple of examples. One example would be content management systems or CMS. I am a 30-year-old woman who wants to buy shoes. What should I be looking at when I want to navigate through a website or a web application showing different shoes? So it should be easy for me to navigate through the website or the web app. It should have great visuals, pictures, 3D rotations, and so on. The buying procedure should be simple. It should be connected. It should connect me to my bank account, do the payment using a secure payment gateway. It should maybe have a chatbot answering to my queries just in case I have a few. The web design should be really, really responsive. That is, the web page or the app should work well no matter on which device I open it. I may be purchasing from my laptop or desktop or reader or say my mobile phone. Everything, I mean, the web page should be easy, convenient to navigate, and it should give me a good view no matter on which device I'm using it. That is called as responsive web design. It should have updated content. Suppose a product or shoe is out of stock, it should notify me when I try to click on it. If there are new shoes in the similar pattern according to my interest, then those should be updated on the portal, right? So there is a software which will give you the view of its products, or which will list its products based on the customer's buying patterns, based on the customer's gender, age, region, and so on. So there are a lot of softwares incorporating artificial intelligence and machine learning to do that. Again, these are customized software products. These are bought by the company hosting the web application, right? They are not open to the public market. All right. This is one example of customized products. Another example could be customer relationship management softwares. They are called a CRM. So these softwares kind of keep track of who are the customers who visited their websites and who are the customers who bought products, what kind of products, who are the vendors, who are the suppliers, what are the buyers' options, and what is the buying pattern. And then this software uses all this data to organize its catalog and to organize what kind of products are, recommendations or suggestions, or what kind of products or advertisements are up on your mobile devices when you try to shop, based again on your history buying patterns. So these are called as customer relationship management softwares. Another example for customized product would be air traffic control system software. Again, these softwares will take care of ground control, air traffic, weather, congestion, area coverage, radar input, flight data, and so on. So definitely not available to the common man in the market. You have to go to your development organization or your software contractor and get these products customized for you. So always remember, customized products or customized software is something that makes your business stand out in the crowd, something that is not available in the open market, something that you have to approach a contractor to develop for you. So this is the broad classification of software products.